Welcome to the Cabo 2024. It's like a space odyssey. Great to see everybody. And I love this, man. We got people here that are even at the event. Clark Broom coming in hot from the event. Let's see. Rob, my screen's showing a little weird that I'm not normally used to looking at it. Is it looking okay? Am I in the right view? It looks a little different on mine. My camera's on right there.
Okay.
I don't know. The view there. Okay. I'm on a different computer. There we go. That's a little more comfortable. Sorry, guys. When I actually turned it on, it wasn't my normal. My computer's rigged, and I'm in Cabo. We're having an amazing time. We're being so inspired. But so I had to rearrange it. Tom Costello, good to see you there, buddy. Who's a freezing person with the cough? Barton, of course. Barton. Is it Barton? You got. I gotta turn up the volume here. I can't hear a doggone thing. Barton, is it cold or something in Petaluma? Is that what you're trying to show us?
Petaluma, I'm in Cabo, man. It's great. Everybody.
You're in Cabo? You're not in Cabo. So I know the Sierras, you guys got a foot of snow or something up in the Sierras. Is that about right?
Yeah, one or 10.
Yeah, 1 or 10, give or take, either or. Okay, so with that, let's rock and roll. Let's get started. I love this. And hold on. One last little tweak to everything. Wow, what is going on? It's not my computer. I got it. Figure it out. Oh, there we go. I like to do full. Okay, let's get this party started. What's up, Kevin? Good to see you. Darren, man, I got everybody in the house. Zach, what's up, Zach Coops and Tim from the Bay Area. Hi, Marguerite, looking good there, and Stacy. And we'll let Justin in here. Clark's here, and let's get this party started. Okay, I keep going. Okay, so a couple things. This was a great quote we had here in Cabo from today. Write this down. You ready? Small minds discuss others. I like that one. Small minds discuss others. Talk about people. Did you hear about so-and-so? Good minds discuss events, current events, policies, what technologies, trends. But great minds discuss ideas. Great minds discuss ideas. So I thought that was pretty awesome. And then someone else gave me one more quote. Let's see if I can pull it out fast. Got it. It says, I love this too. Just a couple of quotes to kick off here today. Respect is like air. As long as it's present, nobody thinks about it. But if you take it away, it's all people think about. So we all, isn't that good? We all want to feel respected and loved. And I think that's a message for all of us to make sure that we respect everybody and you show people appreciation. And I certainly appreciate all of you. So I'm in the war room here in Cabo. This is like the vault. This is where stuff happens. And in between everything, I'm hidden in here because there's actually something happening in my suite. So I couldn't even do the 1% club from my own suite. So I'm here in the war room. We set up the communications center of Cabo. So good to have you here. So number one, first thing I want you to do is I want you to draw a line in the sand. No matter what you've achieved or haven't achieved, no matter how big your rev share group or how small your rev share group is, no matter, what's going on, you can't start fresh enough. So I want you to start fresh. I want you to write this down. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. And I want you to write that down. And number two, just know there's nobody else brave enough and strong enough to kick your butt but yourself. You guys are experts at beating yourself up, and so stop that. I think I've said it many times. I'll say it again. Self-loathing never served the world. It's hard to love people when you hate yourself and you're unforgiving to yourself and you're relentless to yourself. Give yourself a break. You're not perfect. You're going to say dumb things. I think I did from stage a few times today. You're going to you're not going to say it right, do it right. You're going to forget somebody's name. You're going to forget to make a very important phone call. You're going to forget to say thank you sometimes. And just do the best you can. I tell my kids all the time, give it 110%. If you fail, you fail. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake. But the more you do, the more mistakes you're going to make. And so don't beat yourself up. Be proud of yourself, man. You know who's not making mistakes? People sitting home on the couch doing nothing. The people doing nothing aren't making mistakes. So it's a catch 22. And you perfectionists are like, oh, I can't get going. Tony Robbins says, progress before perfection. Progress before perfection. So what do I mean by that? Well, I was in a business mastery course with Tony Robbins and about 400 people who own companies all over the world. And we all paid about $150,000 each to be there. And we did it. We had to mock up a business from scratch, break it up in small groups, about 7 each out of 450. So you count the small groups, there were a lot. And he had a contest who could build the most successful business in a 3-day period. We had certain hours to work on it each day. The team that won it came up with the idea and got it implemented day 1. They improved it day 2. They made it better day 3. My team came up with a great idea. We architected it out. We put everything in play. On the 3rd day, we got it up and running. It was sweet. We didn't win. Progress before perfection. The team that won it, we're like, why did they win it? It wasn't even that great of an idea. They go, because they got it up and running day 1. You lollygaggers just talked and talked and talk a big game. You just got going. So I thought, no, that makes a lot of sense. And the point he was trying to make was quit talking about it and get on with the business of doing it, of living your life. I thought, get it up and running. You can make it better tomorrow and the next day and the next week and the next month. Start. So with that in mind, number 2, what needs to happen in your life like right now? What needs to happen right now? Some of you have been talking about a podcast for 2 years. Start the thing today. Call your sister, call your brother, like my daughter, Christina, she's 30 years old. She can do anything. Do you have a 15-year-old, a 20-year-old? You got a niece, a nephew? Say, hey, I'll give you $100. I got to get my YouTube channel up today. I'll have it up in 10 minutes. You're like, that's it? 10 minutes for YouTube channel? Yeah. Send me a video. Make a video. Hey, this is Brent. Day 1, my YouTube channel. I'm super excited. Just wanted to post the first video. Here it is. There'll be more videos every day. Boom, YouTube channel's up. You got your first video. It's that easy. We're like, well, who would I interview? What would my topics be? I have to edit it. No, you don't have to edit it. We don't edit anything. We put it up. So podcasts, YouTube channel. Some of you need to hire a coach. You've been talking about hiring a coach for 5 years. I should hire a coach. You know what? You should hire a coach. But you're not acting, you're talking. Tony Robbins also says, if you're in your head, you're dead. So be a doer, not a hearer of the word. That's like a biblical thing. But even Jesus said it, be a doer, not a hearer of the word. Be a doer. You'll be so much happier in life when you're doing. How does it feel when you work your butt off doing an open house all day? I get it. It's tired and maybe it was always the trap, but you're relentless again and again and again. Pretty soon you got clients and pretty soon you're making sales. And in your first open houses compared to the ones you did 30, 40, 50 later, let me tell you what, you're just better. You know how to convert. When I first started, I didn't know what to say. I would literally chase people around the house, followed them out to the car. They're like, get in, honey. And they'd burn rubber out of the court. I remember in Sun River, which is by Gold River. Aaron Rawls is on here. He's a rock star. Aaron knows Sun River. He knows Gold River, right? Aaron, wave at us if you know Gold River and Sun River. I remember a couple pretty much laying rubber out of a court as I chase them. I'm like, give me your name and number. I'll help you. It was my very first open house. And they got better from there. You guys just don't give yourself a chance to get better. And then, so some of you need to hire a coach today. That's it. I'm going to hire Sean Kokoska. I'm going to hire Bill Pipes. I'm going to hire Randy Bird. I'm going to hire someone. Do it. Well, I tried it once before. It didn't work for me. I've had many coaches that I felt were lame. I had a coach recently. I was paying a lot of money, $60,000 a year too. It's not a fit. You don't have to start at that level. But even now, I take a chance on coach. It doesn't always work, but I'm always looking, always in the hunt. Some of you need to go to marriage counseling right now. Remember, what needs to happen right now? Like, okay, it's great. You sponsored 10 people, you grew your group to 300, but your marriage is a bombshell. Like he's right. Who do I know who could turn me on to a good marriage counselor? And then, or you need to go to a couples retreat. Maybe your marriage is in deep, deep trouble, but it's just, can't quite put your finger, it's not where you want it to be. Sign up for a marriage retreat at your church, or ask people, do you know of any couples retreats? Well, like what? What do they do there? Oh, they talk about stuff like sex. They talk about stuff like communicating. They talk about things like serving and giving. Oh, you can't talk about sex. I'm not talking about like Penthouse or Larry Flynn or whatever his name is. I'm talking about like real things, like real people talk about, not slimy. I'm not talking about that. But nobody talks about sex, right? Nobody talks about communication. Nobody talks about conflict resolution. And you think we just, well, you just naturally say, I'm sorry, you're sorry, we're good. Oh, how's that going for you? So I found for me, I benefited greatly by going to marriage counseling. Every time I went to couples retreats, well, you went more than once? Yeah. And you weren't perfected after your first couples retreat? No. And so maybe you need to go to a couples retreat. Or how about this? Maybe you need to get the buddy system going for the gym. Like, quit saying you're going to go by yourself and then just not going. If you got to meet someone there at 4 a.m., you'll go. Maybe you need to time block inviting. Like, what needs to happen today? Like, what is going to move the needle in your life? That, and like I said, for some of you, it's not time blocking, inviting to events. It's going to a marriage counselor and saving your marriage. What good is a huge business if you're just miserable, right? If things aren't good at home, it's not good for the kids. It ain't good for mom and dad. So maybe you need to, but maybe you do need to time block inviting. That's the first thing I did when I got in EXPs. I set aside every Friday 2 to 5, and I didn't miss. So maybe if I met a guy, he does Sunday night. He loves doing it from 5 to 8. He says everyone's home Sunday nights. They're all kicking it. They're kind of in a chit-chatty mood. It's been a long weekend. And he finds Sunday nights are his secret sauce, 5 to 8. I love Friday afternoons. TGIF, thank God it's from Friday. Everyone's in a good mood on Friday. They're kind of doing business and they're kind of not. And they're excited. They're going to maybe go out to the movies or out to dinner. They're going to go, but they're usually in a good mood. And I was able to say, hey, next week, let's get together. Like, okay. I was able to get appointments for next week. It was always next week. You call Monday. Hey, do you have time this week? No, I don't have time this week. This is Monday. I'm stressed out. I'm filling this on Monday and Tuesday. The 2 worst days for agents are Monday and Tuesday. If they're producers, they're doing counter offers. They're putting deals in escrow. They're just Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, it's getting better. By Thursday, Friday, I found they have time to entertain ideas. Later in the week, it's just better. I do all my events on when? Thursday, Friday. Always have, always will. I'm a Thursday, Friday. Sometimes I do Wednesday. The only time I do Monday and Tuesday is if it's just all I got. It's all I got. Someone wants me to come to Pensacola, Florida, or Las Vegas. I can do Monday or Tuesday. Otherwise, I'm doing them Wednesdays, kind of when I start for events. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday mornings aren't bad either. I've done Saturday morning nuts and bolts. Here are the nuts and bolts of sales production. Here's the nuts and bolts of revenue share. And you guys can be doing this stuff. How about this? You need to sign up today. Like, what needs to happen today? Sign up for 10X. I'm going to be hanging out in Miami for 5 days at 10X. It's the first week in April. Come hang out with me. Let's go hang out. Let's spend time together. Come to 10X. The speakers are, I mean, it's just so good. And this is how I refill my bucket. This is how I get, boy, Brent, you have such good energy. The reason I hear that all the time is I'm constantly looking for people to energize me. Tim Story, Tim Tebow, Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Kevin Hartman, Dwayne, Rob, the Rock, right? I hear different people speak. John Travolta energized me because he was nervous and he didn't say things right. I'm like, he's perfect on TV and in the movies because he says it 10 times till he gets it right. Then he goes again, yeah, if I said it 10 times, I could do it right. He was just a guy. That's what I got out of the John Travolta. I'm like, wow, that was so cool. And then you hear from Dana White, just being Dana White and different people. And you're like, okay, these are just people. Gary Breckett's where I met Gary Breckett. By the way, if you're not going to go to 10X, go to UPW. I've never been to UPW. I think you should go. I think it would blow your mind. How about this? I'm going to be in Atlanta, Georgia. So the you East Coasters, come join me. I'm in Cabo this week. On Sunday, I fly to Dallas. I'm at a big EXP event with Glenn Sanford and Michael Valdez and Leo Pareja with the top 100 agents at EXP. High-level leadership meeting on Monday. That's a week from this Monday coming up. Monday night, I fly back to Sacramento, grand opening of my new 8,000 square foot office in Roseville. Super excited about that. Please come if you're in Northern California. It's from 5 to 8, really pumped. And then the next morning, I fly to Atlanta, and I'm going to be in Atlanta on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, hanging out. Let's hang out. Let's spend time together. The website for that is, someone type this in and see if it works. Someone's quick on their computer. I believe that website is growstackdrive.com. Growstackdrive.com. I'd like to, Rob, are you in a position where you could type that or not really? Okay, can you do share my
Brent,
script?
it works.
Okay, good.
It
I'd like to
works.
show it to you guys. So Rob, are we able to hit the share button? Rob's gonna pull it up right now. He's doing a million other things and he probably, so there's Ken Jocelyn. This is where I met Gary Brecka. So Gary Brecka is gonna be there. This is where I met Jesse Isler. This is where I met so many, let me try to find Ken, he sent me a message. Ken Jocelyn, here it is. So there's Ken, but basically, you know, who's going to be there is Erwin McManus. The guy is a superstar. He's had various different speakers at his event, and you'll recognize a lot of those people. And so Vic Keller will be there. He sold his company for 11 billion to Warren Buffett. He's going to be there. Randy will be there. I forget Randy's last name, but Randy, he's on the board of directors for Tony Robbins. Like Tony Robbins says, hey, would you be on my board? And there's like 7 people on the board. One of 7 people on the planet was Randy. I'm just totally drawing a blank on Randy's last name, but he's a special guy. And so Randy's going to be there. Earl McManus, Erwin, he's a speaker. He runs a church in LA, but he's a famous guy all over the world. Oprah Winfrey knows him. And so this is going to be, by the way, it looks different than, I pulled it up on my iPhone earlier. Let's see. Oh, I can't scroll it because it's not mine. Can you scroll it? Yeah, just go down a little bit. On the iPhone, it shows a little different. I bet you, right? Partners. So yeah, keep going. Yeah, it's is at the end. Experts are saying keep going. Nah, just keep going. Let's see if it shows up. Some of the speakers, there they are. Tim Story, just some amazing people. Keep going. Sharon Lecter. Yeah, the iPhone version is totally different than this. So you guys get the idea. Enough said. But this is where you can get a ticket. It's, I believe, $297 for maybe a Zoom ticket, maybe $397. But right now he's doing buy one get one free. And so if you want to come, I'll give you the code he sent to me. It's Create24. Create is the name of his conference. 24. Come hang out with me. Get on a plane. Be crazy. And this is called proximity. I promise you, John Maxwell was there last year. Les Brown was there last year. I think, just some pretty amazing people. The guy who started NetJets was there. And there's only 200 people usually show up to this thing called Create. Only 200. Not 2,000, not 20,000. This kind of stuff is what moves the needle in your life. So again, what needs to happen? In my opinion, that would be a great thing for you to do. And I'd love to hang out with you. I know for me, about 10 years ago, I decided the best thing I could do for my real estate business was go on a listing appointment every day. That was it. Like Shay's on here. I always like to pick on Shay. Hi, Shay. And so I go, Shay, are you muted? I can't tell. Unmute yourself if you're not. I go, if I go on a listing appointment every single day, 5 days a week, even sneak one in on Saturday, 6 days a week, that's like 25 listing appointments a month. Shay, do you go on a listing appointment every single day? I know you sell like 60, 70 homes a year, but you go on a listing appointment every day?
No, unfortunately, I would love to. Our inventory is super low. We have a 26,000 population. We have 32 properties on the market right now.
Right on. But here's the deal. I want to challenge you, Shay, and everyone else. Like, I'm going on a listing appointment every day. That's it, period. And so it's an attitude and a decision of, you're a cave woman, you make fire. You know, I'm a caveman, and like, I don't care what everyone's doing. This is what I'm going to do. Somebody said, oh, I'm praying for you, this and that. I'm praying for your family. I saw them today and I'm like, what for? I mean, thank you. They're like, oh, well, didn't you hear about this? I'm like, no. And I have no interest, it just, I protect my mind. GI Joe, garbage in, garbage out. I don't like garbage into my mind. I don't pay attention. I'm like a Patriot missile, man. I hate, seek, and destroy, man. I negativity. Get away from negative people. Don't read negative stuff, and love people. I know who I am. I know what I'm about. I'm good with that. And so I really want to encourage you. So when I time block going on a listing appointment every day, and how am I going to do that? Where am I going to do that? I ended up with boatloads of listings. Like 18 was the low, 28 was the high. Selling homes every week was just a byproduct of it. You control listings, you control the market. Double ended a bunch, had leads for my agents, my buyers agents. But I'm like, I have all day tomorrow. Somebody somewhere is going to have me come over. I'd say stuff like, well, Tom, let me pop by and just take the nickel tour of your place. I'm going to tell you what your home's worth. I'll do some research, Fidel. Hey, Fidel, good to see you, buddy. And I'm going to come by. I can't possibly tell you what your home's worth, Coach Bill Rapp, until I see it. What's it worth? I go, well, I got to come see it. Let me pop by for 5 minutes. Everything's pop by. Learned that from Brian Buffini 25 years ago. It still works. It's harmless, innocent, the vocabulary. Not, hey, I need to see you on Saturday for an hour. Do you want to see your life insurance agent for an hour? Do you want to go see your dentist for an hour? No wonder people tell you, I go, look, I'm super busy, but I think I could squeeze you in. See the reverse psychology? I'm super busy, but I can squeeze you in for 5 minutes. Is there time I can pop by for maybe 5 minutes, take a quick look at your place? Then I go back and finish my research. I'll be able to tell you what your home's worth. And so they don't know that's a listing appointment. And we just sit and talk. And I usually stay an hour on a 5-minute pop by. Now, if they're like, hey, we got to go in 10 minutes, I'm out of there in 5 minutes. It's not that I'm not doing anything, but they're usually super interested. And they go, what do you think? I go, well, let me see the backyard. We walk, I think, come back in, take my shoes off, put them on the front porch if we walk through because it's wintertime. Track that into their house, but and so you really see it, you ask questions, you're building rapport. But I think, why are you telling this because it was a decision. And then I got to lead generate to get these appointments, and so everything else came together with the goal. So then I took that same attitude when I joined EXP. I said, and then there was a time in 99 where you've heard me tell the story, somebody somewhere seeing a house today. Like in 99, it was, I show property every day. I'm showing at least one home every day, period. Somebody somewhere is going to see something today. A condo, a halfplex, a duplex, a luxury home, a starter home, a move up home, a second property, anything. I was so, and guess what? It worked. It just worked. Because I would not take no for an answer. Glenn Sanford said, literally, you're the first person. I don't think you hear the word no. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I don't think about it. It's like I don't think I'm overly pushy. I was like, and if someone's no, I'm down the road. I don't sit and dwell on it. I'm too busy succeeding. Are you too busy succeeding? Or are you too busy replaying the listing appointment that you messed up on and you beat yourself on? Why you said that? Why did you say? Are you leave like, oh, shoot? Well, guess what? If you're doing a lot and every day, you're just after it, you're after it. Sometimes you get 2 listing appointments a day. Sometimes you do 3 listing appointments a day. Sometimes only you show 1 home a day. You showed 18 homes today. You did 6 homes at 10 o'clock, 4 homes at 2 o'clock, and then another 10 homes at 5:30. Wow, you put in a full day. Yeah, some days you put in a full day. But if you can't make your mortgage payment and your car's about to get repossessed, you're not feeding your kids right, you better put in a full day. I'm perfectly good with any 19 hours a day. Like you need to no, you don't get to deserve to go home, sit on the couch and watch TV or watch Netflix or Hulu. Just it's a short period of time, but sometimes you're like, I'm gonna burn it up for the next 7 days. I'm gonna absolutely crush it. And you create momentum. So in 99, it was, I'm showing property every single day for 30 days, at least a house. And all of a sudden I sold, I think 14 homes. My goal was to sell 30. I sold 14. My record prior to that was 7. So this I don't care what the market's doing. I don't care what everyone else does. I am capable of showing a home every day. Do people show property every day? No. But if you do, you're going to sell homes. So I figured that out. Then fast forward 2012, maybe, the One Thing book came out with Gary Keller. And honestly, it's a great idea. What's the one thing you could do this year for your business? Or how about what's the one thing you could do this week with your kids that would show your kids that you love them, that you lay down your life for them, that you're a leader, you're a king, you're a queen, your mama's here, dad's here. What's the one thing you could do with God? Maybe you're like, I'm just failing. I'm epically face planting in my faith part of my life because there's family, there's faith, there's finances, there's fun, and there's fitness, and so maybe you're just, or maybe you just work all the time. Work. You're gonna burn out like a Roman candle, man. What do you do for fun? Do you hang glide? Do you paraglide? Do you kite surf? Do you hike? Do you organic farm? Organic farming counts? Totally counts. It's what you do for fun, right?
Do you swim with
Somebody needs to mute. I don't know who's not muted, but Rob's going to find you. So Rob's going to find you. And so here's the deal. Time block showing property. I did that in 99. Tom go on a property every afternoon. I go on my listing appointments. Did that in 2012. Getting EXP, fast forward 2017. I'm going to have coffee every single morning with an agent. There's 1.5 million agents out there. You can, but you're afraid. Let's just be honest. I'm not afraid. Well, then why don't you do it? Oh, I'm busy. You're not that busy. You're afraid to make the calls. What would I say? Who cares? Progress before perfection. Just start talking. What did I say at the open houses? Stupid, dumb stuff. And people ran from me, jumped in the car, and laid rubber on a Sun River court. I will never forget it. They just around the corner, they're going, I'm like, oh God, that was terrible. Did a little better next time. And a little better and a little better. And now I was able to, I remember this one lady in Folsom. Aaron's from Folsom. Aaron Rawls, if he's still there. There he is. He's right there. Aaron in Folsom one time. I had a woman. She literally, she put her hand on my face when I asked for her information. She's sweetheart. She waved me off. She goes, and then she goes, we have your card. We'll call you if we need you. And I had collected her information. I found out she's in Folsom. She wanted a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,000 or minimum, 3,000 square foot in this price range. But she just was kind of a mean person. And I could just, the vibe wasn't there. And I says, great, I want to be looking for this. And she goes, you could just email us. We're not going to give you our phone number. And I've got your call. We'll call you if we need you. And usually that was rare. I was pretty good at connecting people. And I had enough clients where I said, Donna, thank you. And I appreciate that. And I gathered all this information. I literally took it and I said, I'm going to hand this back to you. And I handed her all the information, all the copious notes I'd taken. If you can't give me something as simple as your phone number to communicate with you, see Rob go running by as a big noise in the hallway. Superman goes flying by in the background. Some of you missed that. But so here's the deal. I go, obviously, I just called a spade a spade. I'm not the guy for you. If you are not comfortable enough giving your phone number to text you, what I always said, and here was my secret way of doing it. I go, hey, is there a number I can text you at if I find the home of your dreams? I said, what would really excite you? Oh, man, if it had a view. Okay. What about a pool? Oh, yeah, that'd be even better. You mentioned you want a 3-car garage, but you settled for 2. What if it had a 4-car garage with a view and a pool, and it was under 500,000, and it was 2,000 and newer, and it was just, would that? Oh, yeah. This is great. I come across these things, but I don't have time to email you because you may or may not see the email, but a text you're going to see real quick. Do you have a number I could text you? It happened very rarely, but is there a number I could text you at in case I see something that's maybe going on the market in 5 hours? And as soon as it goes on the market and it's listed at 425, it's going to get 30 offers and it get bid up to 525. But we could buy it right now, full price at 425, and it's worth 525. I can't wait and hope that you happen to check your email. You guys got to know how to get around this email thing. Do you have a number that I could just shoot you a quick text? And she said, no. She put her hand in my face. I'll never forget it. And it felt so great to say, no, it's great. I have lots of clients. I'm here to help you. I don't need you. You need me. And so obviously I need you to go find an agent that you're comfortable with. Here, give them this information. Let them help you. I'm obviously not the guy. Well, and she was like, whoa, and she left, and it just felt great. Some of you just need to, flush some clients. Was I mean? I don't know, but I'm not going to be a doormat for people. And some of you need to go fire some clients. They're abusive to you, but you work with them because you have 2, you have 12. You have 112. You'd have so many clients you could look Orleans who were desperate to sell their homes, desperate to buy homes. That's how you sell a lot of homes. You're too busy talking people into trying to buy a home at the higher interest rate, at the higher prices, rather than you're preaching to the dead. Preach to the living. Don't try to raise the dead. Quit trying to get someone to list their home and don't want to list their home. Quit trying to get someone to buy a home, doesn't want to buy a home. But I was like, find someone's like, I'm buying a home this weekend. Well, that's my kind of client. Well, you don't get it by having 2 or 12. You get it by having 60 or 70 clients. And I don't have time to work with them. Yeah, you only have time to work with the 4 or 5 real ones. And you'll be selling homes every single week. So the same thing with this whole concept, $19.99 show property every day. 2012 listing appointment every day. Fast forward 2017, I'm meeting with an agent every day and we're talking about their future. And I play the model explained. What do I do? Talk? No. We'll talk later. First, we're going to watch this. Well, I have some questions. The video will answer it. Play the model explained. They start talking during the video. I pause it. I go, the video's about to answer that. Play the model explained. When it's over, here's a pen. Here's a notepad. Write down your questions. We'll talk when it's over. And that's how I did it. And how good did that work? 5 out of 25 signed up. 5 out of 30. And 5 months later, I signed up 25. None of them were new. They all wanted to duplicate, replicate. Sure, I had people who just wanted to come to EXP, didn't sign them up. Sure, I had people who wanted to come to EXP and Icon, win 16,000, didn't sign them up. I wanted people who would replicate. Why did it work for me? Because everyone I signed up wanted to duplicate, replicate. I literally told people, if you're coming for the stock, don't come. If you're coming for the 80-20 splitter, now that's a little hardcore. I don't do that today, but that's how hardcore it was back then. And guess what? It worked at 100 people within 90 days, 100 days. Within 6 months, I had 370. Within a year, I had 880. And then the next year, 3,500, because the speed leader determines the pace of the pack. They watch mama. They watch daddy. And then you'll find 20% will do what you do. 80% will watch and not do it. Nothing wrong with that. It's just real estate. Does everyone get A's in college? Does everyone graduate college? A, I didn't get A's in college, and B, I didn't graduate college. So does that mean college was unfair to me? No, I'm really not that smart of a guy. I was kind of a C student and B's. I get B's and I felt like I got an A. I'm like, crap, I got a B minus. Let me be mad. I was pumped. I got a freaking B minus. A B plus was like an A plus. I never got A's. No, that is incorrect. I got straight A's in citizenship. Dead serious. Super proud of that, by the way. My teachers liked me. I was straight A's in citizenship because they just like me and I like them, just wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I'm street smart and I'm scrappy and I'm willing to fight. And when I lack in brains, I make up in hard work, effort, sweat of the brow, baby. Let's go. You want to run? Let's go. Let's get it on, man. I got too much Zig Ziglar in me. I got too much Tony Robbins in me, too much Dale Carnegie and Og Mandino in me, too much Glenn Bland, the success of Glenn Bland method, too much Alan Lloyd McGinnis, who wrote the book, The Friendship Factor. I got too much Andy Andrews, who wrote the book, The Noticer, and The Traveler's Gift, which I just ordered. I've never read it. I heard it's amazing. Like The Noticer. I finished reading The Noticer in Austin. I had like 10 pages left. Everyone got off and we get their luggage. It was so good. It was so gripping. I got off the runway, down the gangplank, and you walk off the airplane. I just grabbed a seat. I sat there flipping through that book. And when I finished, I was bawling in the airplane. People walked up and go, should we get a priest? Did somebody die? I'm like, this is like, oh my God, this is so moving. I was so moved. What are you putting in your mind? What are you entertaining? What are you listening to? And I got Jesus in me, I'm a Christ follower. I love the Lord. I'm into that. And if you are, great. And if you're not, it's cool. You do you. I'll do me, but meditate, whatever your thing is, man. I love everybody. You don't have to, it's all good. So I believe, I'll finish. Two last thoughts. Number one was draw a line in the sand. Number two, what needs to happen? Number three, make it public. Like tell somebody, this is what I'm going to do. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, find a running buddy to help you do this, run with them. The cool thing, tell your kids, hey, now don't make the goal like, make it obtainable. When I do this, we're going to Disneyland or Disney World in Orlando or Disneyland in Southern California. I found a little different. Disney World's Orlando, Disneyland is LA, but we're going to go do this. We're going to go to SeaWorld, or we're going to do this. We're going to go camping this summer in Yosemite. Your kids will go, Dad, did you do it? Mom, did you do it? Get your kids involved. And man, you're like, I got to do it, man. I got to do this. And finally, number four, make it visual. Post the goal everywhere. Put it on your bathroom mirror, put it on your card. You're driving right there, right there. Put it in your office. Put it in your pocket. Gene Frederick carries it in his pocket. I say, put it on the bathroom mirror. Put it on your car, on the steering wheel. Put it in your office. I had the war room, had it up, saw it all the time. You guys write your goals and you take them. Goals are written. You fold them up. You put them in a file in your drawer, and you never look at them again. You find them a year later, going, oh, "Wow, yeah, didn't do the podcast, didn't do the YouTube, didn't hire a coach. What changed? Nothing. In fact, things are worse now." So I want to challenge you, make it visual. I love you all. Cheers from Cabo San Lucas. We're having a great time out here. I'm a little red. I got sunburned from golfing yesterday morning. So I do look a little rosy red. I do know that. It's a lot of sun out here. What?
Who won the game?
Who won the game? Oh, Gene tied me on 18. He dropped a 12-foot putt. Sucker. Anyway, so we tied. But I beat Randy Bird and James Stroop. Smoked them. So I won some polos and some fun stuff. Anyways, love you all. We're going to do, in about 5 minutes, we're going to do the Mastering Sales with Brent Gove. If you want to stick around for that, we'll see you there. Bye for now. We'll see you guys.
Thanks, Brent.